this has been the reality. One of us said it, that in 2021-2022, IMF had predicted that 6 countries in Africa were going to default in debt repayment. Meaning, we were not going to be able to pay back our debts. Okay? I don't know how many of us understand what that means if we fail to pay our debts. If you fail to pay your debt, it means it is a failed economy. It's a collapsed economy. What will happen is IMF will come calling. They will tell you, okay, fine, you are part of the global world. We will help you, but on conditions. Number 1, you must cut your civil service by, say, 50%. So half of the chiefs to go home, half of the teachers to go home. I'm giving you an example of what they may decide on. And all civil servants, reduce the number of MPs, constituencies from 290 to 145. MCAs reduced from 1,400, maybe 700 and something. And reduce the salary of everybody, including the president, by 50%. Those are the conditions they would come with. Remember, there was this structural program during Mzee Moi's time. We had not even defaulted. We were just struggling as an economy. And for us to receive money from IMF and World Bank, one of the conditions was retrenchment. Take staff home. And the people you are taking home are people who have been paying school fees for our children. They are the ones who are feeding their families. And you are taking them home with sometimes peanuts. 2 months' pay, 3 months' pay in lieu, such like things. That is what was facing us. And let me tell you, 5 countries out of those 6 have defaulted. In the neighborhood here is Ethiopia. The other one was Ghana, Chad, Mozambique. They have defaulted. It's only Kenya which has not defaulted. It's only Kenya. I know many of us, we have been told that this government has done nothing, and we believe it. And there's nothing wrong with believing, because we can't think the same. By the way, if we always agree, if you find 2 people always agreeing, one of them is not thinking. Or both. If you are both thinking, there must be a point of departure. So there is nothing wrong with having a perception that this government has done nothing. But even as you have that perception, remember that this government saved us from that default. Hata kama wamefanya nothing, hiyo ni tick. Because we would not have economy today. You are talking of you being business people. How would you have done business in an economy that has collapsed? An economy where people are not earning a salary. An economy where everybody has been retrenched, they have gone home. So that is number 1. And remember, my friends, that was at a time our inflation was almost hitting double digits, 9.6%. Remember, we moved to a point where even getting foreign exchange, if you are going to buy goods from outside this country, was not easy. If you went to the bank early 2024 to get dollars, if you were lucky, you'd get 20% of what you wanted. That happened if you're business people. I'm sure you must have seen that. If you were a child studying abroad, that was what was happening in this country in 2024, January, February. Because there was a debt that was coming for payment in June 2024, and there was no plan. The previous government did not prepare anything because they knew they were going away. The government that succeeded them also had problems because they had to pay salary, they have to do this. So the debt was coming for payment. Kenya does not know how to pay it. The shilling went to the dollar, 160, something we had never seen in this country. That is why this government, we decided that we must be proactive. And there is a debt, Eurobond, that was coming in 2027. We paid that last year, February. It is coming for payment in 2027, we paid it. There's another one coming up for payment in 2028, and it was huge. We decided to pay over 60% of it in September last year because we want to de-risk our economy. We don't want to gamble. If we were careless enough, we would say 2028 it is on. After all, it is after election. But we decided, no, we must be proactive. This economy, if it collapses, we are all in problem. Whether you are in government or you are outside. Whether you are in opposition or you are nobody. The economy does not discriminate. That now because you are in opposition, we will treat you kindly. Kama bei ya chakula imepanda, kila mtu. Hata kama ulipigia rais kura, ama hukumpigia, kama mimi. Sikumpigia. Nyinyi, majority here, najua mlipigia Ruto Kura. Si ndio? Mimi nilipigia Raila. Lakini, wacha niwaambie kitu. Hata mkisema tutatoa huyu, tutaweka huyu. Kama hakuna chakula, hata kama ni ndugu yako, hakuna faida. That is the plain truth. Unajua, I can just tell you the truth. You know, even if hata mkitutoa in 2027, niende nyumbani, si bado nitakula. Ama mnaona nitakufa na njaa? Nitakula. Nimefanya kazi kwa miaka 30 years. University, nikaenda nikafanya finance director, international organization, nimekuwa mbunge 17 years, sasa minister. Sasa hapo kama bado nitaomba chakula, sasa hiyo ni makosa ya nani? Must I have a job? No. I don't have to have a job. But what I want is a progressive Kenya. Where my grandchildren, because my children have gone to school, where my grandchildren will be able to go to school at affordable school fees. That's what we need. Now, what I was explaining is this, ladies and gentlemen, I hope we are together. If you look at our economic situation, we are trying to manage the debt. But the worst decision we would take as a country is to manage debt and we continue piling more debts. Ni kama kuchimba shimo kufill another hole. 2, Kenyans have spoken. No more raising of taxes. Kenyans don't want us to increase more taxes because tumefika hapa. Hiyo ni ukweli. Tumefika wapi? Na taxes. And by the way, I am a student of taxation. If there is one topic that I understand and subject I understand, is taxation and tax laws. Actually, I was an A student when it came to taxation, public finance, and tax laws. In taxation, we are taught that there are 3 classes of economic activities: wealth, income, and trade.